What's up, YouTube? It's AmbitionZ VapeR back again for another review. Today's review is on the VapeR Flask Classic 150 watt temperature control box mod. So this box mod was sent to me from Vape Society Supply. For the purpose of this review, it's not going to change my opinion of this box mod. Brand new box mod from the VapeR Flask VapeRed line. Some specifications on this box mod: 92 millimeters by 62 millimeters by 27.2 millimeters. Gold-plated spring-loaded contact pin, dual 18650 box mod, 1 to 150 watts. Variable wattage resistance, they say 0.1 to 3.5 ohms. Temperature control resistance is 0.05 to 1 ohm. Temperature range is 100 to 315 degrees Celsius or 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Signature Flask chassis, 3-button operation, micro USB port for charging or firmware updates. I did the update on this. Magnetic battery cover, upgradable firmware, low voltage protection, short circuit protection, low resistance protection, reverse battery protection, and low battery warning. Let's vape on this bad boy. We'll go down, take a look at it, come back up, final thoughts. Heracles V2 sub-ohm tank shorty on top, 580 degrees in stainless steel mode. It's a 0.26 ohm coil which is locked, and I have it at 85 watts. Without further ado, guys, let's dive down. Let's take a look at this bad boy. I'll see y'all in a minute. So this is the box that it's going to come in. Alright. VapeR Flask. It's going to have all your stuff on the back. It's your user manual. And you get this inside. Pop that open. You'll get the USB cable in this little package. This is for charging and for firmware updates. I would suggest just doing it for the firmware updates. Here is the box mod. VapeR Flask Classic. Designed by VapeRed in the USA, manufactured by Wismec. VapeR Flask Classic. Holes for ventilation. There's the screen, fire button, wattage up, wattage down, and your firmware and charging port. VF for VapeRed or VapeR Flask, whichever. And this is the 510. Spring loaded. I think it's one of the best doors. It's the inside of the door. It has this little to protect your batteries and from scratching, and four magnets, very clean inside. Alright, brass, spring loaded contacts, goes on very nicely. 5 clicks to shut it off. It says VapeRed. 1 2 3 4 5. Turn it on. 1 2 3 4. 4 clicks will get you into the settings. Alright, so you have M3 different settings that, you know, customizable. Wattage, nickel, titanium, stainless steel. Goes up to 600 degrees, and then it round robins to Celsius by 10 degrees. If you hit the wattage up in the fire button, it goes into stealth mode. If you hit the wattage down in the fire button, you can lock your resistance. 1 2 3 clicks goes, you can adjust your watts by 0.1 increments. Goes all the way up to 150 watts, which is great. 1 2 3. See, it's a little finicky though, man. I don't know what's up. This menu system is really finicky. If you hit the wattage up and the wattage down at the same time, you can lock it. So if you want to flip the screen, you got to be in powered down mode. Alright. and you hold the wattage up and wattage down at the same time, and it will flip the screen. Okay? That is next to the RX200 by Wismec in Jabo. That is next to the IPv5 by Pioneer for you. That is next to the Athena 240 watt triple 18650 box mod. And that is the close-up. I feel perfectly comfortable backing out, vaping on this, and giving you my final thoughts. I'll see you guys in a minute. Pros and cons on this thing, man. You know, this thing could be a little bit finicky. I've noticed that if you're a sub-ohm type of vapor like myself that likes 0.1, you might not like this box mod, okay, because at 0.1 it doesn't go to the full 150 watts. In wattage mode, and specifically in wattage mode, like if I put a 0.1 ohm build on this, I only get like 68.7 watts. And I don't like that. I've done it on both of these devices that are the same. It does the same exact thing. With the update or not with the update, it doesn't matter. Once you go to 0.2 ohms, it goes up as far as you want to go. Another con to this is the other one that I received. It just needs to be mentioned is that the 510 on this was a little messed up. Wismec might need to do a little bit more quality control because some are coming out that, you know, that's just unacceptable in my opinion. Now, I like the screen. This thing feels very nice in the hand if you're a right-handed person. I'm a left-handed person. So in the left hand, I don't like it in the hand at all. If you're a right-handed type of vapor, man, you're really going to love the way this thing feels in your hand. I like that they went with a more affordable price point on this bad boy. So more people, more of the general population of vapors can get one of these if they feel like they want one. Let's go over some pros, dude. Well, pro number one is that I love the door. Have just a little bit of play, small amount of play, but it's not a big deal. I love the buttons. The buttons are very nice. They're very tactile. They're very responsive. Stainless steel, nickel, titanium wattage, great. I heard there was a bypass mode. I can't get bypass mode on either of these with both of the version software updates. Back to another con quickly. This thing can be a little bit finicky when I was talking about responsiveness. When I put a stainless steel Heracles V2 on here and I connect it and I go into stainless steel mode, it went back to wattage mode where I had it previously. So you might want to hit the fire button, clear out or cache out the settings that are previously in there, put your atomizer back on and hit the fire button again, and then it was good to go. There wasn't any issues with that. But I've noticed sometimes going in between settings, stainless steel, wattage, etc. Sometimes it doesn't always change to that setting that you want. I feel myself sometimes having to hit the setting again, and then I'm like, what the hell? And then I hit the setting again, and then it finally goes. So it's not really that big of a deal, but I feel that it's not the most smoothest or responsive software that I've come across in box mods. Now, it's very flush with a 22 millimeter atomizer on there. It's very flush, which I love about that. I definitely love that. If you have a 23 millimeter RDA or a sub-ohm tank or whatever, it's going to overhang. That might be a deal breaker for you guys. I'm not sure, but needs to be mentioned. Now, I like how they put the firmware update or the USB port on the side here versus having it, I think it was here on the previous one. I like it, it's on the side. 150 watts in wattage mode, 150 watts in temperature mode is a huge pro in my book. I love how some box mods, very few in between, but they're starting to have wattage mode and wattage or joules in temperature control mode be able to go to the same amount of wattage. And I think that is a big pro, and I think it's going to eventually go in that direction. I definitely love that about this. It feels very nice in the hand. The material, it feels very nice quality, man. This is definitely a quality box mod feeling material. It's solid. It feels quality in the hand. It feels a little bit heavy, but not too heavy. Definitely like how they did the door versus the older version where they had like the screws and you had to pop them in, and if you had a battery that was bigger than another, you would have a tough time putting them in. I like how they did the battery door, man. Comes off nicely. Goes on very nicely. It's very flush. This feels like a nice, classy, high-class type of box mod. I definitely like those types of box mods. The screen looks definitely nice. It's a little bit, as you can see, you can read it daytime, nighttime. There's kind of like a black gloss over the screen. You get your Fahrenheit, your Celsius, your temperature, your ohms, your watts, your volts when you're in wattage mode. That's a big pro. I definitely like this box mod. I definitely recommend this box mod for vapors that don't vape below 0.2 ohms. You know, some vapors, I don't know if it's just me, but I specifically vape 0.1, and I stay around that 0.1 on my RDAs. Not really on my tanks, you know, tanks on RTAs or whatever, but on my RDAs I like 0.1. And I can't really do my 0.1s on this. So that's a huge bummer to me. You know, if you're that type of vapor out there that likes your 0.1s, then you might not like this box mod, man. This ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? If you're not, and you do a lot of sub-ohm tanks and stainless steel and different types of wire, this is definitely a nice rendition to the VapeR Flask family. And I think Wismec did a good job, but I think they could have done a better job at quality control and distribution to the store owners and making sure that these things are on point before they go out. You can find this bad boy at www.vapesocietysupply.com. Link on screen and description. It was originally on Vape Society's website for $100. They really go for anywhere between $100 to $120, and it was it's $89.99 right now. It was $100. I'm sorry, it's not $80. It was $100, and now it's $89.99. $90 for a vape forward VapeR Flask 150 watt temperature control box mod. I think that's a good price point. That's what I got for you. So if you found this video helpful, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions or comments, and remember, squad, smoking is gone, vaping is on. Vape on. Stay juiced up.